Magic hands. Welcome back, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, Monsieur and Madame. My guest tonight is an Emmy and Tony Award-winning comedian who has been entertaining us for almost 50 years. He now stars in the new Apple TV Plus series, Before. Please welcome back to The Late Show, Billy Crystal. Take your time. Yeah. Nice to see you again. Yeah. Always a pleasure. Look at the people excited for William Jefferson Crystal.
That's me, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of which, Bill Clinton, William Jefferson Clinton, was on here a couple of weeks ago, and I just found out that right after I interviewed him for practically the entire show, you interviewed him. Where were you up at the Beacon?
At the Beacon Theater.
He went to the Beacon. What the hell? You're trying to steal my game?
No, it was crazy. I got a call from his staff that his book was coming out called Citizen, and that he wanted me to interview him live at the Beacon for 90 minutes.
Wow, that's 2 questions for Clinton.
Yeah, that's true. So I said, "Oh, do I have to read the book?" And of course, so he sent the. I mean, I was.
That's the most honest answer of all time.
So, it's not I've not done that.
Yeah.
You guys are, you have to know that what Stephen and the Jimmys do every night is extraordinary, because you just did 20 minutes of comedy. Now you're going to look like you're interested in me. And... Yeah. And the music, and you do it every night.
Yeah.
So this was like, it's extraordinary. So this was like a one-nighter with him, and it was like crazy good.
What'd you ask him?
The first thing I said to him was, Mr. Clinton, can I call you Bill? We have a lot in common. We both have the same initials, and that's about it. And I said, but in the book, you talk about the hundreds of millions of dollars that you've raised to solve crises around the world. So I want to ask you this. Can you call Juan Soto? And apparently he didn't reach him because he's now with the Mets.
Exactly, got all the way across town.
But it was very loose, and it was fun, and I had a really good time. And it's something I've only done once before, which was sort of,
But you do. But you did it for real. You did it.
Oh, boy.
You did it. People don't know. You guest hosted for the great Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. When was this?
Oh, I'm guessing 1986.
Okay. Wow. What was that like? Was Ed there?
No, Ed was.
Was Doc there?
Doc was Ed, and Tommy was doing the
was
band.
Doc. Okay, there you go.
So you gotta.
I just love to even say those names.
I know, and I was so nervous when I got the call, and I don't usually get that nervous. I was panicked.
You'd done a lot of work at that point.
Yeah, but I just come off SNL, so things were, it was like a really good time, and I get to do, the Tonight Show. So I get to NBC, and Freddie DeCordova, the producer's in the parking lot, waving me in like a guy bringing a plane in, and then my parking spot is right next to Johnny Carson's spot. It was like crazy.
Oh, wow.
So then, my first guest was Howard Cosell. Right, who I knew very well from this theater.
Tell the people why, because people don't know.
Howard had a variety show called Saturday Night Live.
Before
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
With Howard Cosell, right in this theater. And they tried to turn him into Ed Sullivan. He had all these variety acts and so on, remotes and so on. Yeah. So he was sitting right with your sitting, ma'am, when I walked in for my first network appearance. And Howard's sitting there, I remember, eating a bagel, and he had like napkins coming out of his shirt. And Roone Arledge, who was a legend, is trying to tell him about the feed they're going to do from San Diego with Shamu the killer whale. And Howard's screaming, how the hell am I going to interview a whale? Roone, the only thing we have in common is we both like herring. What the hell is going on here? Oh, hello. And that's we got to know each other.
So on the night Well, he was on Carson when you were taking
so
it.
I get a frantic call from the Tonight Show. Howard doesn't want to do a pre-interview. He won't do a pre-interview.
Yeah.
So would you call him? So I call him. Howard, hello, kid. How you doing? I'm good, Howard. Listen, I know I'm gonna be there. Don't worry, I got it covered. Good, well, what would you like to talk about? I don't care. Whatever you want to talk about. You know, we're friends. We don't need to talk about things. Let's just make it natural. So now I'm in the dressing room. I'm really panicked to do this show. It's 15 minutes before the air.
What people don't remember is that 16 million people are watching or something. Like, it was a different television landscape.
Yeah, and they're going to play the same theme song when you walk out. You're going to hear ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, it's crazy. So I'm in the dressing room going over what my monologue would be, and I don't know what Howard wants to talk about, and so on. Knock at the door. Who is it? It's Howard. Okay, now we're going to get the answer, right? I open the door. He's crying, and he's a little looped. And I said, Howard, what's wrong? Oh, everything's that's what's wrong. My wife is not well. I'm closing chapters in my life now, but I'm here for you. I'll do the best I can. And he starts, he's wailing. And he falls into my arms. And Howard was 6'3", and I'm not. And I'm holding him up like this, as like a scene from a movie. The door opens, and it's Freddie DeCordova, all cheers. Hello, boys, what the hell is happening here? He said, Freddie, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Don't worry about it. And he looks at me and goes, kid, whatever you want to talk about, I'm there for you. Okay, I'm behind the curtain, panicked, right? Da-da-da-da. And now guest host, boom, goes out, do the monologue, sits down. I talk to Doc, everything's good. My first guest, Howard Cosell. He walks out and he's put together. So he sits down right here, you're me. Howard, great to see you. Of course, kid. You know, I told you I would be here. Great. This NFL strike is gonna start on Monday. Players on strike, how do you feel about that? I don't want to talk about that. Okay, well, Major League Baseball had a strike, but Billy, why are we talking about that for? It's old news. People want to hear something current. Let's go. What do you want to talk about? No matter what I would talk about, I don't want to talk about that. So finally, I know he's got a big ego. So I said to him, Howard, listen, of all the calls that you've made in all the different sports, what's your favorite call where you think you really were good in that particular call? I thought it was a good question. Sure. He goes into like an aria from an opera. Manila, the Philippines, Pearl of the South Pacific. Ali, Frazier, the third time around. Frazier unable to answer the bell. Eddie Futch saying to his fighter, no more, no more. The Thriller in Manila. Place goes berserk, right? Go to commercial. I say, Howard, that was amazing. And he leans over, puts his hand over the microphone. He says to me, did you notice how I dominated you? I do the same thing to Letterman. I was like, wow. Oh, God.
We have to take a quick break, but we're going to be back with more Billy Crystal, everybody. Stick around.